Here are 10 surprising things you probably didn't know about Oklahoma. I've lived in the Sooner State my entire life, and as a realtor helping families relocate here, I'm still finding out new and fascinating facts about my home state. Over the next few minutes, I'll uncover everything from Oklahoma's unexpected cultural treasures to its booming high-tech industries. But I have to warn you that one of the things on this list might just blow your mind. In fact, most people don't believe me when I bring it up. And that is the fact that Oklahoma has one of the most thriving culinary scenes in the entire country. But I'll get more into that later. Let's jump right in with the first thing you probably didn't know about Oklahoma, and that is Oklahoma has more man-made lakes than any other state in the United States. In fact, Oklahoma has over 200 man-made lakes, providing over 1 million surface acres of water. And what that means for outdoor enthusiasts is there are lots of opportunities for boating, for fishing, for water skiing. If you're somebody who enjoys being out on the water, you can definitely do that in Oklahoma. And we have a variety of different kinds of lakes, I guess you could say. Some of our larger lakes, Lake Tenkiller, Lake Texoma, Lake Eufaula, are located pretty far away from the major metropolitan areas of Oklahoma City and Tulsa, at least a few hours drive typically. And while there are communities around those lakes, they're more so vacation communities, a lot of short-term rentals, although some people do call those areas home. But what you'll find in our metropolitan areas like Oklahoma City are other lakes that are also incredible, just maybe not quite as big. You've got lakes like Lake Hefner in Oklahoma City, right in the heart of the city, and Lake Thunderbird located just outside of Norman. Those are both great options where you could easily get there on the weekend or even a weeknight after work and do some fishing or boating or swimming or water skiing in the summer. So you've got that convenient access close to the city. And the thing about having lake access near the major metropolitan areas is that you can enjoy the outdoors without having to spend a ton of extra money to rent a cabin or haul a boat 200 miles to a lake. And that goes into the next point, the second thing that might surprise you about Oklahoma, and that is the affordable cost of living. Oklahoma consistently ranks below the national average for cost of living. In fact, Oklahoma is consistently 12 to 15% lower in cost of living than the national average. We have lower housing costs and taxes in the state of Oklahoma, and so your dollars can go further when you're relocating to Oklahoma from another state. You'll find that you can get a lot more home for your dollars in Oklahoma than what you'll find in other parts of the country. In fact, at the time I'm recording this, the average home price in the United States is about $400,000. And here in Oklahoma City, where I live, that average sales price right now is $286,000. So it is a vast difference in terms of affordability in the state of Oklahoma. And yes, there are still jobs that pay well in the state of Oklahoma. I'm going to get into that a little bit later in this video. By the way, my name is Ben, and I'm here to help you with all things real estate in Oklahoma. If you're thinking about a move to Oklahoma City or one of the surrounding areas, then click or tap the link in the description below this video to download my free relocation guide. And one of the things people often ask me when they're considering relocating from another state to Oklahoma is, yeah, the cost of living is lower, but does that mean the job market isn't any good? And the truth is, the job market in Oklahoma is robust. It is strong. We have a variety of industries here in Oklahoma, and you can find a great paying job right here in the Sooner State. And just one of those thriving industries we have in Oklahoma is aerospace and aviation industries. Oklahoma is home to major facilities like Tinker Air Force Base, which is located just outside of Oklahoma City in a suburb called Midwest City. And there are a ton of jobs, both military and civilian, at Tinker Air Force Base in the aviation field. We also have the presence of companies like Boeing and Northrop Grumman, as well as the FAA, the Federal Aviation Administration. So there are tons of opportunities in Oklahoma in just the aviation and aerospace industries alone. That's not to mention all of the other job opportunities that are here. And within those aviation and aerospace industries, you'll find opportunities for engineering, for software development, for maintenance, and aerospace technology. The fourth thing you probably didn't know about Oklahoma is that it has a rich Native American heritage. Oklahoma is home to 39 federally recognized Native American tribes, and you'll see that culture cultural influence in things like some of our museums and festivals and art that you'll find here in Oklahoma. In fact, one of the places that you need to have on your list when you come to Oklahoma is the First Americans Museum, which is an incredible experience. You'll learn a ton about many of the native tribes here in the state of Oklahoma, and it's a beautiful facility. They're actually building a resort onto that facility, which at the time I'm recording this is almost finished. There is a hotel there, and there's going to be a water park. So when you come to Oklahoma City, I highly recommend checking out First Americans Museum and consider even staying on the grounds at the resort that's being built. And speaking of art and entertainment, the next thing you probably didn't know about Oklahoma is that we have a booming, a thriving arts and entertainment scene. With revitalized areas like Bricktown, the Plaza District, Paseo Arts District, there's always something going on. There is plenty of nightlife, there's plenty of art, there are festivals happening all the time. You'll find no shortage of entertainment in our major metropolitan areas like Tulsa and Oklahoma City. We have theaters and galleries and festivals and art museums. There is something for folks of all ages all throughout the year in Oklahoma. The sixth thing you probably didn't know about Oklahoma is that Oklahoma is a leader in renewable energy in the United States. And it makes sense because we are one of the windiest states in the country, and Oklahomans have figured out a way to harness that wind with wind farms. In fact, Oklahoma is one of the top producers of wind energy in the entire country. And the investments that have been made in wind farms and renewable energy technology are providing additional jobs and boosting the economy in Oklahoma. The next thing you probably didn't know about Oklahoma is that it is home to the longest stretch of Route 66. That's right, there are over 400 miles of Route 66 that run through the state of Oklahoma, and it goes through Tulsa as well as Oklahoma City. And what you'll find along Route 66 are iconic landmarks, diners, quirky little stops for tourists. It's a really fun stretch of road to check out, especially if you're into road trips. I definitely recommend taking a trip down Old Route 66. It's one of those things that's a big draw for tourists and history buffs alike. Number 8 on our list of things you probably didn't know about Oklahoma is that we have a diverse landscape. Now, I know that most people think of Oklahoma as being flat and boring. That's really not the case. Yes, we do have plains and a lot of them, but we also have hills. We actually have mountains in the state of Oklahoma, believe it or not. Now, they're not quite anything like the Rockies, but at the Wichita Wildlife Refuge in Lawton, Oklahoma, which is about an hour and a half south of Oklahoma City, you'll find the Wichita Mountain Wildlife Refuge. And there are mountains there. It's a great place to go hiking. It's a great place to take your dogs on a hike. If you have dogs that enjoy that, you can take the family out there. I definitely recommend checking out the Wichita Wildlife Refuge. You can enjoy things like camping and rock climbing and hiking and boating. There's plenty to do outdoors in the state of Oklahoma. But the thing that surprises most people about Oklahoma is that we have a thriving culinary scene. I've mentioned this in other videos on this channel. Oklahoma has incredible restaurants. Now, I've been fortunate enough to travel all over the world, and I've eaten some incredible meals in some of the biggest cities known for having fine dining around the world. And I can say without a doubt that Oklahoma's culinary scene ranks right up there with any of those major cities. We have award-winning chefs who call Oklahoma home, and they have created a thriving culinary scene here in Oklahoma, and specifically in Oklahoma City, that really is unrivaled. It's incredible. I'm not going to try to name all of the incredible restaurants we have in Oklahoma, but I'll rattle off just a few of my favorites. Gray Sweater, Frida Southwest, Pearl Mesta, Madair, and None Such, just to name a few. And you can experience fine dining from some of the best chefs in the world at these restaurants right here in Oklahoma. And we've also seen the growth of a craft beer brewing community in Oklahoma. You'll find quite a few breweries around town that are brewing really great beer right here in the Sooner State. Hey, if you're enjoying this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more content like this, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below. And if you tap that notification bell, you'll get a notification every time we post a new video so you don't miss any of the updates on the Oklahoma City real estate market. And if you're thinking about buying or selling a home and you want to know the big mistakes to avoid, then click or tap the link in the description below this video to download my free guide. And another thing you probably didn't know about Oklahoma is that it is known for its strong community spirit and hospitality. You'll find friendly residents and a welcoming atmosphere and lots of opportunities for community involvement. Whether that's volunteering with a local charity or at a local arts festival, the community comes out in force and really supports the events that are happening in the area, as well as local businesses, which I absolutely love. It's one of the best things about Oklahoma. Hey, if you're an Oklahoma resident, leave a comment below and let me know which one of these 10 things surprised you. And was there anything I left out that I should have included in this video? Let me know in a comment down below. And if you want to learn more about that thriving culinary scene I mentioned earlier, then check out this video here where I talk about my top 5 favorite restaurants in the Oklahoma City area.